Thank you, Lavina. Thank you for having me on the show. Good evening, everybody. Yes, nowadays everyone is talking about NEP, and parents are very anxious what it holds for their children. First of all, I would like to mention that for the children who are presently in class 9, 10, 11, and 12, this is not going to have any impact on them. Board going to take place, and if any change takes place, it will be COVID related, not due to the new education policy. Because this new education policy will implementation will take place in a phased manner. There are various timelines mentioned, and the first timeline being 2023. Before 2023, nothing is going to happen. Now, coming to the national education policy, as of now, it is a vision document. Much will depend upon how it is implemented. According to this document, the 10+2 system, which we have now, will change to 5+3+3+4. There will be 4 stages of school education. The first being the foundational stage. This will include the pre-nursery, nursery, KG, class 1 and class 2, and will cover the children of ages 3 to 8 years. Now, change here is that the play school will come under the ambit of a formal education, and the focus of studies will be activity-based learning. Second stage will be preparatory stage. It will cover the classes from 3 to 5 and children over the age of 8 to 11 years. Here, gradually the subjects will be introduced like language, art, science, mathematics, preparing the children for the formal education. Next is the middle stage, that is the class 6 to class 8, covering the children of age group of 11 to 14 years. Now here is a major change. Here, vocational training, coding, internships, they will be introduced. This will help the child to prepare for the future career aspects. They will get an idea of what work a particular field requires, what kind of work it is, a practical experience. So prepare the child so that he can decide what career he wants to pursue in future. Next comes the secondary stage, which is known as high school at present, from class 9 till 12. And the change here is that the student has the liberty to choose the subjects of their choice. Suppose if a child wants to study physics with fashion studies or chemistry with psychology, they are allowed to do so. In present system, we have stream selections and a combination of subjects which we need to take. But in the new education policy, they'll have the liberty to choose their subjects according to their wishes. Now, let me talk about something about the exams. Instead of exams being held every academic year, it proposes exams only in class 3, 5, and 8. Board exams will take place like now in class 10 and 12, but everything will be redesigned, and the assessment body will be known as Parak. So to make them easier, these exams will be conducted twice a year, and student will be offered to take 2 attempts. And the exam itself would be objective and descriptive, a easier version of the board exams presently being held. So, and the report card, here is a major change. The report card will be a holistic overview of the child, a 360-degree information about this child. Presently, we have curricular and extracurricular subjects. So extracurricular subjects don't have any weightage. In the new education policy, extracurricular activities, your skills, whether it is in sports, music, dance, drama, arts, anything, they will be given the equal weightage to math, science, social studies. So that way, the holistic type of a report card, which will enhance the skill, all the skills of the child, not only to the marks. So here rote learning, which is very stressful for the children, it goes out of the window in the new education policy. Now, another change is about the language, which is much talked about, that the policy raises the importance of regional language and the mother tongue as a medium of instruction. And Sanskrit and other foreign languages like Chinese, French, German, they will be also given emphasis. Now here I have a bit of doubt, because we all know the importance of English in the present world. So let us see implemented, because no child should be left behind because of the language issue. Now I'll talk something about the changes that will take place in the college level. At excuse me, at college level, it proposes a multidisciplinary bachelor's degree in an undergraduate program with multiple exit options. Sometimes it happens that a student has to discontinue the course and lose the time and the credit gained in that period. So in this new policy, they have multiple exit and entry options, which will be very helpful for such students. And an academic bank of credit, a digital storage of credits earned during that period, will help them resume the education when they enter the course. Now, how the certification will be done? If they complete the 1 year of study, they'll get a certificate. If they complete 2 years of study, they'll get a diploma, and 3 years of study, a bachelor's degree. Another important thing which is I would like to mention, the MPhil, Master of Philosophy course, it will be discontinued. And all of this will be regulated by a single body, which will be known as Higher Education Council of India. Now, how the admission will take place to the different colleges and universities? The NTA, National Testing Agency, which conducts JEE and NET, will conduct the entrance examination for admission to various universities across the country. So it will be a common exam or different, that is, we yet have to see that. And another change is about Indian education system is going global. Means foreign universities will now be allowed to set up a campus in India, and foreign students will get admission in India. So that is also a very welcome step. Now I'll talk about the one major change which is going to affect everybody, is the teachers' education. Presently, the B.Ed is a 2-year program. But to implement this policy effectively, teachers have to be trained aggressively. So the policy talks about a 4-year B.Ed program. And by 2030, it will be a minimum requirement to be a teacher. So if you want to be a teacher, you have to undergo a 4-year B.Ed program, and it will be a professional kind of a course, like all other courses. So this is the brief introduction about the new education policy. On paper, it looks very, very progressive policy, and if implemented properly, will definitely bring a revolution in the Indian education system. But for it to be successful, all the stakeholders, be it government, principal, teachers, parents, everybody has to collaborate and make it successful for the betterment of our children. Thank you, and over to you, Lavina.